We'll give him 3 minutes.
Can you get the stream on?
Yeah, it's working. Just make sure your audio is included. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself for a minute. Oh, we didn't invite Nix. Shit. Well, it's too late to stop them. I don't have them added. You gotta do it. Alright. Yeah. Alright, if you're ready, I'm ready. We'll just wait and see for dreams. Welcome JRL race fans. This is round 10, I believe, around Portugal. We have quite the race set for us today. I'm gonna let Games go ahead and talk about the driver standings as they sit now. Just go for it. I'll look. see. Okay, wait, hang on. If it does this again, I swear. You can quit talking, no one can hear you.
Can they hear you though?
Yeah, they can hear me. It's just they can't hear other people for some reason. So just if Dreams gets on, just tell him not to join. Well, he can race obviously, but don't tell him to join the party. Let me get my settings ready here. I have audio here. Alright, we now have our first drivers coming out for their first hot lap of the quali session. I believe Mikey will be the one leading them. Yes, he will. Mikey, followed by El Peewee, followed by Odin. And then I believe that is... Who is that behind them? It's an Alpine. That is the Alpine of Firefighter. UPro behind him and RZX Games behind him. Those will be the first people out to cross the line for their quali laps. So, since you guys could not hear RZX Games, I will go over the driver's standings. So as of right now, RZX Elite leads the driver's standings right now with 137 points. OTC Dreams 14 points behind him with 123. And Dr. Goober Jr. rounding out the top 3 right now with 115 points. Those are the people to look out for. Those are the people in the driver's fight right now. El Peewee is keeping up with them though. He has 109 points. He's going to be fighting for points with Goober at the end of this season is my guess. As the constructors stand, Mercedes is leading with 220 points. Drivers of RZX Games and OTC Dreams. Red Bull Racing follows Mercedes with 176 points with the drivers of RZX Elite and Delta. So, as of right now in the constructors, Mercedes is leading by quite a lot. But I do think that with Elite on the Red Bull team, as long as Delta stays consistent, I think Red Bull could still stay in that fight. We are going to get our first people crossing the line now. Here comes Mikey. He comes across the line with a 1:19.4. That'll be the first lap of this quali session. RZX Nix now, he's on his out lap getting ready to start a lap. He will be followed by El Peewee, who is on a lap. That looks quicker, yes it is. There's a 1:17.7 from him. Next person to cross the line should be Odin. He is on the medium tire right now. He crosses the line and he's going to have a 1:19.5, though that is on the medium tire. Next to cross the line is Firefighter, putting in a 1:19.1. That is eligible for P2 at the moment. UPro will be the next to cross the line on the soft tire. He puts in a 1:18.2, overtaking Firefighter P for second. Next to cross the line is RZX Games. He is also starting on the medium tire for his first lap. He puts in a 1:19 flat. That is good enough for P3. So not too bad of a lap from him. Next person to cross the line should be... No, that's Mikey. Never mind. So looks like some of our first quali laps are in now. Zachman's on his out lap. RZX Nix has invalidated. So should be seeing a dying down a little bit here. We'll keep an eye on Zachman for a minute. We're right on board with him. As of now, Zachman is sitting P8 in the driver's standings. In front of Sniper Hyper and behind Upro, he's sitting with, I believe that is 46 points. So he is in the midfield battle right now. He has not had too bad of a season. He's had some pretty good quality performances, but just another one of those drivers that have got to work on their consistency. I would consider Zachman a pretty good driver overall, though. He's going to be starting his lap now. Delta also on his out lap with RZX Elite and Dr. Jr. Oh, and Zachman's already invalidated. Oh no. That must have been first corner. That first corner can be very picky whether you're entering or exiting that corner, especially on the exit. It is such a tight right-hander, but it's also so quick. You've got to get that perfectly in order to have it set up correctly and gain time from it. I think RZX Mix might have gone for another lap. Yes, he did. It's not going to be too quick though with the ERS disadvantage. It's going to be a 120.1, although I know he can improve from that because he's sitting at 0 ERS. So Delta has started his lap. Now we're right on board with him for a minute. He does keep it clean through the first corner. Heading down the DRS straight now. There's a purple sector 1, not too bad so far. I believe if Dreams does show, he will still have to start from the back of the grid as he has shown up way too late if he is going to show. I have messaged him but I'm yet to hear a response. So when Delta crosses through Sector 2, he also gets a purple Sector 2. This is looking like a very good lap from him. And then he saves it, although he has a very huge moment. That's going to cost him 0.5 to a second, I would say. I assume he's still going to finish the lap because he was on a flyer, but seemed to get loose on that corner, and that big moment costing him time. He's still going to cross the line. It's going to be a 1:18.8. That'll put him P3 for now. But considering that big mistake he had, I think there's a lot to gain from that for him. While we were not paying attention, UPro jumped up to P2, I think. So this is as it sits right now. Here comes RZX Elite, although he's invalidated as well. I think we're going to see a lot of invalidations during this quality session, as we have already seen. Because this track is very technical and corners are very picky around here with the track limits. Let me give Firefighter an invite here. I think he got kicked. We have Odin with the fastest sector 2. He's 7/10 up on his time. Comes through the long right-hander now. Now it's just flat out for, oh no, and he gets loose and he validates. I wonder what that time was going to be for him. That definitely would have been a top 4 time for him. That's very unlucky. Coming out of the last turn too. He's UPro here on a lap, although he's 200ths up on his, down on his time, sorry. So he's got a little improvement to do here. RZX Games getting ready to cross the line now. I think he's gonna start his lap. Actually, no, he's nah, whatever. Delta's confusing. Upro with the fastest sector 2. Not looking too bad from him. I think he's found the time he needs. He's about 2/10 up. Here he comes for the final corner now. He keeps it clean with a flat-out right-hander. Upro is going to cross the line. It's looking good. It's going to be a 118.1, so he does improve, but he does not move position. It's like El Peewee is the man to beat right now. Because he is also on an outlap. That's Nick started his lap. We're going to be seeing our second laps of qualifying now. So we got a little bit of a bunch going over here. I'll tell you what it is. So RZX Elite, the championship leader, yet to set a lap as he invalidated his first lap. He's probably going to have to make this lap count in order to stay up in that top 4 range right now. Sniper Hyper jumps up to P3 with a 118.4. Definitely not a bad lap from him. This is well done from him. I think we have Mikey either setting up a lap or pitting right now. I believe he's pitting. Yes, he is. And we have Odin setting up a lap. RZX Mix with a purple sector 2. We're right on board with him through the final sector now. Through a long right-hander here. Oh, he does it. Man, that corner is just getting everyone. It was taking Odin and Nix now. We're going to watch him cross the line to see what he did. It would have been a 119.6. That would have put him... I might have kept him last. But still unlucky for him. RZX Games on a lap. He's going to be crossing the line now, and it's going to be a 118.2. That'll put him P3 above Sniper Hyper. Not bad of a lap from him, but El Peewee is still the man to beat. And he is improving as well. He is on a lap right now. Coming through the final corner now. He's going to put up the time of a 117. And he tied his time. He perfectly tied his time. Wow. RZX Elite popping up to 5th with a 118.5. Is that Zachman about ready to cross the line? Yes, it is. Zachman's going to put in a 118.8. That will put him P7. Looks like the 118s are the times to beat, as P7 through P2 are doing those times right about now. We have RZX Mix going on a lap now. I think that is RZX Elite coming, getting ready on his in-lap. So, just a couple minutes time, we're going to be seeing the last laps of this short qualifying here today at Portugal. I do not believe anyone's on a lap right now. Yeah, no. Actually, Mikey is on his out lap, although he's the only one who's going to be getting ready to set a lap with Sniper Hyper. So we'll ride on board with Mikey for a minute. still here? Does he need to know? Unless he knows. Yeah, he's here. Okay. So Mikey is starting his lap right now. So as I said, we're right on board with him. He comes down into the first turn down in 5th gear. That's usually the ideal gear going through here. Down to 2nd. Going up this hill, you gotta keep it clean through here. He gets a little loose on the exit to keep it clean enough. To 10th up on his time already. Now we're gonna have everyone starting to come out on their out laps now. We're right on board with Sniper Hyper now as he's starting his lap. Carries good speed through turn 1. Keeps it clean through that uphill turn. That's the turn that could be getting people during this race today. It's very hard to keep your traction through there. Keeps it clean through the hairpin. Got a pretty clean lap so far from Sniper Hyper. I believe he's also around a 10th or 2/10ths up on his time. Apex very nicely there. He's 3/10ths up on his time. He's looking at a possible P2 here, actually. Although UPro and RZX Games are yet to improve their times. I believe they are on laps right now. We'll go right on board with them in a minute, but we're going to watch Sniper Hyper cross the line now. Sniper Hyper puts in a 117.9. He jumps up to P2. A very good lap from him. He's the second man to break 117 this qualifying session. We have RZX Games on a lap right now. We're right on board with him. Let's see what his sector is. He's 2/10ths down on his time. So he's going to need a lot of improvements in this last sector if he even wants to improve right now. UPro getting ready for his lap. RZX Elite just now starting his lap. Delta also now on his lap. Goober on his lap. Goes to purple sector 2. He's 5/10ths up on his time right now. So we'll watch him. I think he's going to need more than 5/10ths to get up where he wants to be though. So here we come with Goober now. He's going to cross the line. It's going to be a 118 flat. He jumps up to P3. That's a good job from him. Looks like he found time in the last sector. RZX Elite is 7/10ths up on his time right now. It's looking like a good lap from him if he is 7/10ths up on his time. Here he comes now. Delta jumps up to... RZX Elite jumps up to P2. He's separated by about 4/10ths almost from El Peewee. The El Peewee's banker is beating everyone here today. I'm not sure if El Peewee has even crossed the line again. So as it stands now, Delta improved to P6. RZX Games still sitting in P7. I think he tried to improve on his time again, but couldn't do it. Odin on his lap, he's a second up. We'll have to see where that puts him. That looks like a provisional P, I think 8 or 9. And I couldn't tell. But it looked pretty good from him. Okay. So that is your qualifying. El Peewee sticking it on pole, and I'm not even sure if he did another lap. So very impressive from him. RZX Elite gets P2, and Odin rounding out the top 3. He improved on his time by a lot. He also broke 117 along with Sniper Hyper. So the Aston Martin's having a very good qualifying session today. So let's see how they do during the race. Not too bad from these drivers. RZX Game sitting down in P8, probably not the qualifying he wanted, but I think he could bring it back with some of his race pace. I believe Delta there was sitting P6.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about it.
Alright. So here we are now for the race today. Should be getting ready for the formation lap here in a minute. Drivers will be selecting their strategies, and we should be what their expected strategy should be here today, and we will see what tires they will start on. I'm assuming mostly mediums and hards. Perhaps softs. Well, it would be very brave to start Portugal on softs, considering the amount of tire wear that there is around here. We will get our thing set up here. So here's the tires. We actually do have a couple drivers starting on the softs. RZX Elite, Dr. Gruber Jr., and Delta will be starting on the softs. So both of the Red Bulls decided to start on the softs, and it looks like Gruber also went with that. So we'll have to see how that goes for them. LP we starting on the mediums along with the rest of the grid besides Sniper, Delta, or not Sniper, sorry, Goober, Delta, and Elite. So Elite, Goober, and Delta should gain positions, if not, I'll get into the top 5 pretty quickly. Delta's got some work to do, but I think that's why he chose the softs. We'll have to see how they can manage tire wear throughout this race, because your tires do just get eaten up around this track in the 33 laps that there are around here. So we will just have to see how it goes today. So LP, we coming off of his first win at Monza, will be starting on pole for Portugal the very next race. So far a very good performance from him. RZX Elite starting P2, he's leading the Drivers' Championship right now, and Dream's yet to show up tonight, and so he will not be racing. I'm not even sure where he is, because I believe he said he was racing, but then he never said anything, so that will definitely hurt his championship even more unless he gets lucky. And someone's trying to do a 360 back there. Unless he gets lucky. And RZX Elite somehow goes out of the points on the start due to disqualifying. But I honestly doubt that will happen considering how consistent of a driver he is. So we'll just have to see. We're probably going to get the casual laggy start that we always do. But it is 5 red lights. And away we go. Looks like LP, we got a pretty good start. He actually got a better start than RZX Elite, but here comes RZX Elite around the outside. They're 3 wide in the back, and 2 people go around. That looks like Sniper, Hyper, and Delta. They've both gone around on the first turn. Looks like everyone else has kept it clean. Goober has already made up a place. RZX Elite is fighting LP. I actually know he's fallen behind Odin. Odin also got a good start. Looks like Goober's trying to go around the outside. He did not make that work though. He's still too wide though. We'll watch them. Too wide going through this turn. Upro's defending well from Goober. It looks like Goober falls back. I think there was contact. Goober got spun around, so he's going to have to put those softs to work now. We're going to have very hot tires, so he's going to have to be patient. Looks like RZX is looking for a move on Odin. He's very impatient. He's definitely not happy that he lost places with those softs that he started on, probably expecting to get into first. Meanwhile, El Peewee is just pulling that gap already, 1.3 on the first lap, so very good start from him. RZX Games has made up places into P5. Upro up into P4. But definitely not the start Goober and Delta were wanting. I believe there was contact between Sniper Hyper and Delta, although I could not tell who it was. I think Delta got damaged and he's pitting. So we will see how people have improved. RZX Nix up 5 places, he's up to P7 from dead last, so that's a good start from him. And looks like RZX Elite made that move back on Odin now. He's definitely going to have to put those softs to work quickly in order to catch El Peewee. Looks like RZX Games is getting pretty close to Upro here. There's your particular pit stop strategy. So looks like people who are starting on mediums, their pit window is about lap 15 to 19. So we'll have to see if people choose the undercut or the overcut depending on how their tire wear is this race. Looks like there was contact back there. There's an AlphaTauri and a Haas around with RZX Nix and Mikey. It was very mixed up back here. RZX Nix gets very close to Sniper Hyper, but there's no contact. I'm not even sure what's going on now. Drivers are very jumbled up here. It's like the people starting on the softs will be predicted to go onto the hards. Their pit window will be lap 9 to lap 11. Going too wide in front of us, both of the Haas's. Goober desperately wanting to get past Mikey as he definitely has more pace on those softs. It looks like Mikey's defending. And definitely not good teamwork from the Haas's as we're seeing it right now. We'll look back up towards the front. RZX Elite is slowly starting to pull that gap in towards El Peewee now. Definitely have to put those softs to work in order to catch him because El Peewee is showing some great pace right now. Looks like Mikey had a mistake and Dr. Goober Jr. goes through along with Sniper Hyper. So now Goober's going to have a little bit of room to breathe before he catches up to Nix as that gap is 1.5 seconds right now. RZX Elite within DRS of El Peewee right now, about 8 tenths. So it's definitely going to give him a good opportunity to catch up, but those softs are going to fall off a cliff, I would guess around lap 6 or 7. And El Peewee is going to gain that pace advantage right back. So RZX Elite is going to have to make this work very quickly in order to take the lead of this race. Like Upro getting all over the back of RZX Games now. He's going to have that DRS on him. He could make a dive down into the hairpin now. Decides not to this time around, although he gets perilously close. He bumps the back of RZX Games and he closes much later than RZX Games. No damage comes out of it though, just a little bit of contact. It's like Goober all over the back of Nix right now. He gets much better traction coming out of the corner. He's going to go too wide with Nix here. They make contact again. Looks like Goober kind of drove into Nix there. So Goober's falling back again. This is definitely not the start that Goober wanted. Couldn't tell who didn't leave the space, but it looks like Zagman's around. I think that was just a spin though. I don't see anyone around him. I guess it could have been Firefighter, but I was not looking back there. So now Odin is definitely caught up with Zagman. Here's with RZX Elite. He's activating the DRS now on the main straight. Definitely not close enough for a move, but it's definitely helping him pace-wise. there was someone pitting. I think that was RZX Mix. Looks like we have a fight going on here. Oh no, it was Odin. I think Odin had a spin or something because he just dropped a couple places. Definitely not the start Odin wanted coming from P3. Now he's stuck down in P9. Definitely not out of this race from what we have seen so far, but definitely not the start he wanted either. We're right on board with RZX Elite for a minute here, as the grid is starting to spread out. LPW honestly not using too much ERS. Looks like he's about 60-70% right now. RZX Elite sitting over in the 40s and 50s over there. He's definitely pushing to try and catch LPW, but definitely not a huge amount. LPW showing some great pace right now. He is basically pacing RZX Elite right now. RZX Elite soft are gonna fall off a cliff soon. If he wants to make the move, he's got to do it quick. When I mean quick, I mean probably this lap or next, before he just does not have the pace that LPW does with those worn tires. It's like these Haas's are fighting down the back here. Goober's making it past Mikey, although Mikey's gonna brake very late and try and go wide. Does not work for him. He's going to be all over the back of Goober, though, coming into this sharp right-hander. And the other very tricky right-hander does go wide. That's probably a warning. And Goober gets very, very loose. Mikey gets a much better exit. We're going to go too wide here. Goober has the inside line, so he's going to make it work for now. So here's Elite. He's got to make a move in the next lap or two, but he's just barely keeping up with LPW right now. That DRS is certainly helping him, but he's going to need a little more than that at this point before his softs just fall off the cliff. Looks like Goober's just had a spin because that gap to Mikey was 4/10. There was definitely no contact. Goober is just not having a very good race today. He's gonna pit. I think his softs have just overheated at this point, and he gets a 5-second penalty. Not very good for Goober right now. He will have a chance to serve that under a safety car, but this is not a very good start for him. So RZX Elite getting very close to Pee-wee right now, but he definitely looks like he's struggling for grip. If RZX Elite and LPW do start fighting, RZX Games could have the opportunity to catch up here and gain some time on them. So here comes RZX Elite now. The gap is 3/10. He's definitely going to go for the move here. He hasn't even activated DRS yet. He's made up about a 10th. Here he comes. He's going to choose the outside line. LPW defends. Turn 1 is very perilous around here. LPW has to hit the big yellow sausage curve. He definitely gets a warning from going wide there. Looks like RZX Elite makes the move work, but I think LPW is definitely going to have a pace advantage in the next few laps here. He activates DRS now. Well, I think RZX Elite may have a bit more straight line speed than him. U-Pro's now brought it within a second of RZX Games as well. I'm not sure if it's completely done like that, but RZX Elite gets very loose going through that turn. That turn's going to be very hard for some people to get very good traction around consistently. As an uphill right-hander, you're constantly turning, constantly having to put on the throttle. It's just very hard to control, very hard to master. So we could see some spins and definitely people getting loose and losing time through there today. Looks like we have a yellow flag in Sector 2. I believe that is the car of Odin. Yes, he's completely spun it around. Looks like he gets auto reset. or he just reset it himself. Probably reset it himself. So here's LPW. As I said, I do believe RZX Elite has more straight line speed, so I do not think LPW will catch up this time around. It's choosing not to use ERS. RZX Elite has been pushing though. He is flashing right now in front of LPW. So he's definitely just pushing him, which he managed, but now he's going to have to defend, because here comes LPW again. The gap is 3.5 tenths. He's too far back to make a send. Here's UPro and RZX Games. We're right on board with them for a minute. UPro all over the back of RZX Games. It's very close through there. He breaks a little late, so he went a little bit wide. Like Firefighter's fellow victim of that turn that I was just talking about with RZX Elite, where he almost spun. He spins around, drops down to P7. This is definitely a place where UPro could make a move as long as he keeps that gap small. Didn't get the best exit out of there, but here he comes. Gonna activate DRS. He's not gonna use ERS. He really doesn't have much left. Here he comes. Looks like he has a lot more straight line speed. He could think about a move, but he's just a little bit too far back to make a move and do a turn like that. And he gets a 3-second penalty. So now him and RZX Games are about equal. RZX Elite pitting for the hards. Pits right in that pit window of 10 laps. So LPW is going to have the lead by 4 seconds, although yet to make a pit stop. So this is where RZX Elite will definitely have to do some push laps to keep with them. Looks like we have a slow car in Sector 3 in front of the pit lane. I think that's Odin. Yes, it is. Odin just not having a very good race today. I'm sure I want to look at penalties. You know, I don't. I'm not going to. UFO a little bit closer this time around in Sector 3 now for RZX Games. This is going to be the fight to watch. Doesn't get a very good exit on that second to last turn though. So he seems to be consistent with RZX Games just getting a better exit out of there, giving him a better shot. Upro's gonna get close. He's about 3/10 again, but not close enough. We'll watch back here for a minute, as we could see a three-way fight here in a second between Zachman, Sniper Hyper, and Firefighter for P4. Looks like we have a yellow flag. Not sure if that's Goober or Mikey. I think that was Mikey around. Guess that was Mikey. Yep, and here's the fight. Looks like there was a spin actually. Sniper Hyper and Zachman probably had contact. So Firefighter just kind of slips up to P4 there. Of course, something happens when I wasn't watching it. I assume Sniper Hyper just made a big send into that hairpin and just probably hit himself and Zachman around, allowing Firefighter to slip up to P4. So not too bad of a performance from him, managing to sneak through that. So here's UPro again. Gap's about 5/10 coming out of the final corner now. Looks like we have a retirement. And that's going to be a full safety car. I'm not sure if that... I don't think that was on purpose. Zachman is out of this race. We have a full safety car, allowing for these medium runners to basically get a free pit stop. That's definitely not what RZX Elite wanted. It may be a little bit early, but I think they could pull it off. So here we are now, full safety car. LPW still leading this race, followed by RZU Pro. We will have to see what the pit choices are for these drivers. Drivers watching their delta as some come through sector 3 now. So right now we're going to see the pit choices here. LPW is going to be the first to make a decision, and he is going to pit, as I figured. Gotta watch the speed, and he does well. Here comes Games. He's also got to watch it. That was pretty quick. And UPro follows. None of them get a penalty. That's usually what people struggle with sometimes around here. So now RZX Elite got to hurry up. Definitely got to pick up the pace in order to catch them before they come out of the pits. I don't think he's going to. He is definitely not going to. RZX Elite's going to hold P4 on the older hard, so that is not going to be good for him. I think we're going to have Goober on the mediums, although I'm not sure he had another choice of a tire. Because of the incidents he's had. So RZX Elite and Firefighter rounding out the top 5 right now, followed by Sniper Hyper, followed by Delta, followed by the Haas of Goober, and then RZX Nix, Odin, and rounding it off would be Mikey. So drivers starting to catch up to the safety car now. It's probably going to be another lap or two before the safety car comes in to allow for drivers to catch up. So, top 5 have caught up to the safety car. Just got a couple more that we are waiting on, and then we will be able to go green again. Looks like everyone is on at least some sort of somewhat fresh type of tire. RZX Elite sitting on the oldest tire on the 3-lap old hard, so really everyone is sitting on almost completely fresh tires. RZX Elite really with the only broken in ones. So just now waiting for Delta, Goober, Nix, Odin, and Mikey to catch up with the safety car. UPro having a pretty good race so far. He's sitting in P3. So if he keeps this up, I think he could get another podium today as he did in Austria. We'll have to look back at that, what caused the safety car. I'm not sure if Zachman retired on purpose or not, because that definitely could be a penalty for him, as you're not supposed to do that and cause safety cars by doing that. Because that is just not fair to other drivers, so we'll have to look into that. Not sure if the rumors are true, but we'll have to see. So now just waiting on the bottom floor to catch up to the safety car. I believe we'll be going green next lap. It's like Odin may have had a little bit of a spin trying to catch up. Alright, so... Oh, excuse me. We're just waiting on Odin and Mikey now. It should be coming in next lap. So, as long as there is no more safety cars, we honestly shouldn't see too many more pit stops, sorry. Unless people get wing damage or something like that from incidents. Because these hards will definitely make it to the end. The only person making a legit pit stop could be Goober, due to the fact that he is on mediums, but he did not have another tire choice. So he was forced to go to the mediums. We'll have to see how that plays out for him. He'll probably have to go onto his used softs unless he has another pair, which I doubt he does. So safety car will be in this lap. We're watching it come through these swooping turns now of Sector 2. Yep, safety car in this lap. RZX Games will be pushing to get in front of El Peewee to just try and defend from him, because El Peewee has just been showing a crazy amount of pace so far, being able to basically pace RZX Elite on those softs. So we'll have to see what he can do here. Probably going to be having a limiter here for a minute. They'll allow the safety car to get into the pits. And here we go. El Peewee is off. Looks like UPro definitely got the jump on RZX Games here. He couldn't have a look into turn 1 now. Firefighter getting very close to RZX Elite, decides not to. UPro holding position. Almost everyone just about holding position. They look towards the back here. They're too wide back here. Delta going for the move on Goober. He's going to go around the outside. I think he was actually defending position, which he managed to do. So far no position changes, although we see people diving into the hairpin back here. Looks like we have 3 wide into that hairpin. Oh, looks like someone got loose there. I couldn't tell who it was. I think they saved it. That was a very good save. I think that was by RDX Nix. He got very loose coming out of that corner, but managed to save it. So just about holding position, although we have a yellow flag. RZX Nix is around into that corner that I was just talking about. I'm not sure if that was contact or traction. But either way, that was a very tricky corner. Looks like we have RZX, sorry, not RZX, Delta and Goober fighting. Looks like Delta actually makes up a position. I think that was Sniper that they both made it by. Sniper must have had some sort of mistake there. So otherwise holding position, El Peewee still holding first, followed by Games, followed by UPro. And the gaps are fairly large, not a second, but not enough to make a move into turn 1 here. Looks like we just got a little bit of a train going right now. Everyone is within a second of each other. El Peewee could be the first to break that, which he does actually. Gets a pretty good exit out of there. So Games is just struggling to keep it within a second. Looks like Firefighters had a spin. That will put him down many places down to P10. I think that was from P5 too, so not the safety car restart he was wanting. That is for sure. Red Bull's sitting P4 and P5 now. Very good comeback from Delta so far, after dropping all the way down to last in the beginning of this race. So very good job from him. Goober's very close to him though. He's definitely going to have the tire advantage until about lap 14-15, I would say, before those hards really start doing their job against those mediums. So we'll ride on board with Goober. GRS just now enabled, so he won't have it on this straight. But he's definitely catching. Less than 2/10 now. He's not going to make the move. This is definitely not the corner that you want to make dives into. This is not a complete hairpin. A 90-degree corner like some of these tracks' first corners have. Looks like we have a DNF that was RZX Nix. Not sure what happened to him, but we have another full safety car. We got about 2 or 3 laps of clean racing. And then, I'm not too sure what happened to RZX Nix. That could be damage. I don't think that was intentional. If it was, then you'd probably get penalized for that. I'm actually not sure. Excuse me for just a moment. I will be right back. Alright, so let's see some of the strategy options that some of these drivers have picked. Goober and Firefighter are the only ones who decide to pit. Goober on to fresh mediums. I'm actually not sure how he had a set of fresh mediums. I think already was coming. But whatever. Firefighter also going on to the mediums. They'll have to take those about 12, 13 laps, depending on how quickly they catch up to the safety car. So, they'll definitely have a pace advantage in the beginning. But as I said, those hards will definitely start clicking later against those mediums, and they'll have quite the job to do to hold their position. We'll ride on board towards the front for a little bit as we wait for the safety car to come in. Oh, Sniper Hyper decides to pit. So Sniper Hyper is going on to the mediums is my best guess. We'll look and see what he does. Yes, it's the medium tire. So he does pit late, which will put him down to last, although I'm not too sure he had much to lose from that pit stop. He'll definitely make it back to the safety car from this lap, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal for him. Heck, maybe those lap trasher tires will make a difference. We'll have to see. So here we are, we're going to be stuck on that train again. For the first few laps, RZX Games with another opportunity to try and make it past LPW at the start here. Same with UPro making it past RZX Games. I do believe that he could do it, so we'll have to see how he does. Delta has made up 5 positions, so we'll have to also see how he does at the start. So he had a very good last safety car restart. Safety car will be in this lap as Odin is now caught up. So we'll have to see how it goes. LPW still let's look at penalties for a minute. LPW still not holding a penalty along with RZX Elite. So LPW, RZX Elite, and Dr. Gruber Jr. are the only ones not holding penalties at the moment. That is subject to change in these last 13 laps that we're going to have. But as of now, RZX Elite is actually sitting second. So El Peewee getting ready now. Game's definitely pushing him along. Here we go. El Peewee getting a pretty good start. RZX Games kept well with him though. RZX Elite all over the back of UPro. UPro all over the back of Games. We're already going too wide in the back with the Haas's. To see how they do in turn one. It's very close. Goober can't make the move work. Here we are back towards the front now. RZX looks like RZX Elite goes very, very wide. He's in last now. I'm not sure what caused him to go that wide, but he's in last now. Delta up to 4th, Odin up to 5th. He made up a ton of ground at the start. So in these first few corners, RZX Elite is down to last. So not a good start from him. Goober needs to start making up positions on those fresh mediums while he can. UPro all over the back of RZX Games right now. The gap is 2/10. Delta is also very close. We'll have to see what happens on the straight. Straight line speed could be a matter here. Delta is seriously all over the back of him. Looks like we have another spin. Mikey's down into last now. I'm not sure what caused that. Looks like Delta's going to go around the outside of UPro. Delta's just making it click right now. He's all over the back of him. He definitely wants to get past him soon. Delta's showing a ton of pace right now. We'll have to watch them onto the straight here. He's right on board with him. UPro just trying to break the slipstream. I don't think Delta's going to be able to make a move into turn one though. Odin also very close to Delta now. Odin's taking advantage of this fighting that's going on right now. RZX Games is keeping with El Peewee right now. He's also doing a good job so far. Firefighter getting very close to Dr. Goober Jr. This is a very close-knit train right now. 4th and 7th. Alright, he's taking a drink. Here comes Dr. Goober Jr. around the outside. He's going to have the inside now. He's definitely on those better tires. Odin's on 10-lap old hards, although he doesn't leave the space. And Goober goes around. He's down to P9 now. He won't get overtaken by his teammate as he is far gone. But that is not good for Goober. Odin just did not leave the space into that corner. Now Goober's going to have overheated tires. He almost spins around again. Looks like we have another spin by the Firefighter. But here's Peewee at the fastest lap of the race now. He's pulled away from RZX Games. As long as he doesn't get a penalty, he's sitting very well right now. His penalties are definitely holding some of these drivers back. Delta still all over the back of UPro, definitely wanting to make a move. He's got JRS activated, slowly catching, activates a little bit of ERS. UPro is flashing, definitely pushing to keep up with RZX Games. Delta's going to go down the inside. They're too wide coming out of the corners. Delta gets a little bit better traction. He's using ERS. He wants to get past UPro. He needs that pace advantage, and he doesn't leave the space. Oh my gosh, UPro's around. Delta just didn't look like he left the space into that corner. Delta being very aggressive trying to get up into the P3. We're going to have a lot of incident submissions at the end of this race, that is for sure. We have not had many DNFs, but the amount of spins we have had caused by other drivers is crazy. So here's Delta with RZX Games now. He's slowly just making his way up the grid, but they're not. It's legal. Here he comes now. Sniper over the fastest last of the race. He lets off the throttle. He does not want to make that move in turn one. He probably will until the next hairpin now. Doesn't get the best exit though, so he definitely won't be making a move here. Does get quite close. He's on the brakes a lot later. He's definitely not going to get that exit though. Here's RZX Elite with Odin. Almost going side by side. He's getting squeezed, but it is clean. He has a little bit of a bump. And they're keeping it clean. RZX Elite gets a little loose there. Looks like it'll sit it as it is for now. Also, within 2/3 of RZX Games, he's going to have a DRS, and he's definitely going to use it as long as he gets a good exit out of here. He does go a little bit wide. He gets a little bit loose, too. He's definitely pushing. He just lost about 5/10 going out of there. He made it up a little bit, but he's definitely not going to be able to make any moves on this straight. We'll watch RZX lead as he is a 10th away from Odin, and Odin is flashing. Breaking the slipstream. Odin's going to go defensive. They're going to go too wide into turn 1 here. Oh, and there's contact. I'm not sure if there was damage off of that. That was very hard. I think Odin actually just let him by. He might have been in the wrong there. I'm not even sure what's going on. It looks like Odin goes around. I'm not even sure what happened there. That was very interesting. I'm not sure if Odin was forced to let him by, and then RZX Elite was forced to let him by, and then there was contact. I'm not sure what happened there, although there's more contact. Looks like Gooper and Odin got together. And there's Brody showing to the outside. Odin's now fighting for P8, and he goes around again. Man, leaving space through that corner, it's just, you can't go too wide through there. That's where we've seen about incident. Man, what is going on today? Sniper Hyper's caught up to RZX Games. Looks like RZX Games and Delta were fighting, and I missed it because there was so much carnage in the back. Sniper Hyper's going to have a shot at RZX Games now, as he is definitely on those better tires. Sniper Hyper is a very good shot at P2. Here he comes now, we're right on board with him. He's not going to be close enough for a send. Oh, Sniper Hyper with the grip that he needs, so he has a very good shot at P2. This is going to be the battle to watch as the rest of the grid is starting to spread out now. Looks like no one's close enough for a move though. Sniper Hyper actually getting very close to RZX Games on that exit. That's just showing how much better grip he has compared to those hard tires. Like really showing close on firefighting now. Oh, this is really still the fight to watch. These are the closest gaps, and this is for podium places. We'll keep an eye on these guys for a little bit. Oh, Pee-wee just pulling away. He's actually pulled a 3-second gap to Delta while they were fighting. Although Delta's definitely showed the pace that he could be able to catch him if he could pull something out of his hat. Excuse me. I'm sorry if someone pitting. I think that's Firefighter. I assume he'll be going for the fastest lap of the race on those softs. So he doesn't have too much to lose at this point. So we'll look at these guys again. They're just stuck in a little bit of a DRS train right now. Hoover does not have any penalties, although he's barely within range of the 3 seconds that he needs. As of right now, he's actually sitting P5. RZX Elite is not in that fight. So he is sitting P5 considering he has not picked up a penalty yet. So as I said before, this is a very good time for Sniper Hyper to capitalize on that grip that he has over the hard runners in front of him. I don't believe that he's going to catch El Pee-wee at this point. He looks unstoppable right now. But, I do think that he could get a P2 here tonight if he capitalizes on that grip he has and manages to get by both Delta and Games. We'll have to see how he does. we'll just keep an eye on this train for a while as we're at that stage in the race where really not much is going on, so. RZX Games actually very low on ERS. I assume that's him trying to keep up with Delta because now he's actually starting to fall behind that 1 second gap. He's gonna have to push to stay within that. He's gonna be just on the cusp. We're gonna be coming up to the detection zone here in a second. He's gonna have to get a good exit coming out of this long right-hander. He doesn't manage to do. He's not gonna be in the DRS, so here's Sniper's opportunity now. Here he comes. Games already going to offensive. He's probably also trying to break the shift here. Yes, he is. That gives the opportunity for Sniper to go down the inside, though. He makes the move, although it looks like RZX Games is coming back with a switchback now. He makes it work. So RZX Games baits Sniper into going deep for the switchback. Not too bad from him, but Sniper's going to have a second go here with more DRS. Using that ERS as well, he's going to go down the inside. He's also going to go very wide again, although I'm not sure Games is going to get the traction this time. No, he's not. So Sniper made the move work. He's up into the podium positions right now. So, this is a very good performance from him so far. I'm not sure he's going to have a shot at catching Delta as of now, but we'll have to see. It's a few laps now as we are on lap 29 of 33 of this race. And oh, how long this has been with those two safety cars. RZX Elite actually making it interesting here. Looks like he has gone within the 1 second gap of Goober, so this could be a fight to watch if he manages to catch up and get into the top 5 here. Goober also sitting without a penalty, although he's 7 seconds behind the top 4, so I doubt that not having a penalty is really going to do anything unless Elite wants to fight him. Looks like we have a yellow flag here. Honestly, not too sure who that was. I'm not sure if that was anyone. Actually, wait, no, that was Sniper. Oh no, oh no! Sniper's fallen back 5 seconds. He must have had a moment or something because he was definitely leading RZX Games. I'm not sure if I wasn't watching and RZX Games made some sort of move. He's not fallen back 5 seconds. This Goober's caught up massively to him. So now Sniper provisionally sits P5 with his penalties, considering Goober has not picked up a penalty yet. As it sits right now, LPW is looking to win this race. Sniper Hypers, all of a sudden, it's just falling apart for him. He was looking at a podium. RZX Games now falling almost 3 seconds behind the Delta. Let me look at these penalties. Yep, 3 seconds separating them. Man, Mikey's got them racked up. So RZX Elite actually hitting the 20 lap mark on those tires, so he is going to pit, as I don't even think he's going to get overtaken by Firefighter, so he's really not losing anything. I think he's just going to go for the fastest lap point. So really not the greatest race from RZX Elite, even with that chance to capitalize on points. Did he have damage? He was sitting in that pit box for a rather while. He must have, because Firefighters passed him. As I was saying, RZX Elite had that chance to capitalize on those championship points, considering Dreams never even showed up to the race. I'm still not sure what happened to Dreams, but he never even showed up to the race, just allowing for RZX Elite to keep capitalizing on those points. That's the mistake I made last year. There was races I didn't show up to, and that's why the championship just got so far away from me. Looks like we have a spin though. Delta's gone around. RZX Games is within that DRS all of a sudden, within the detection zone. It's going to be 3.5 RZX Games is going to start giving it everything because this is the second to last lap of the race. Here he comes now. we're right on board with him. He's gonna just contact. They're keeping it clean though. There's a little bit of contact forcing Delta to get a little bit loose, although he does save it, keep it within the 1 second. It's just very risky going too wide in turn 1. Delta definitely going to be keeping with it. He's going to DRS on his side. Looks like we have some sort of spin. Yeah, that was RZX Elite going for the fastest lap. He's actually fighting with Odin, so that's definitely not going to be a good opportunity to get the fastest lap now. Should be faster than Odin, but Odin will defend for that P7. We're going to watch Delta now. He's within a 10th. He's getting desperate. RZX Games gets another penalty though. So that puts him back 3 seconds. At this point, as long as Delta paces him, he's going to be just fine. That is not good from RZX Games. Sniper Hyper going to capitalize on this fighting if he can. Not sure there's going to be too much more of it though. I assume Delta will just sit behind RZX Games and take the P2 at this point. Sniper Hyper probably just attempting to get away from Goober now so he can at least hold that P4. Delta's still getting very close to RZX Games here. Well, like I said, I don't think he's going to make too many desperate moves unless he just hasn't noticed that RZX Games has gotten the penalty. He gets better traction. He's going to have the inside line, but then he's going to have the outside line. Here they come. He's going to go around the outside. He is making it work. They're still too wide coming into Sector 3 now. Still too wide. And he's going to make it work just to be safe. RZX Games is not going to have nearly enough DRS to get past him, so unless he gets a better exit, and he doesn't have the ERS. So Delta gets definitely a certain P2, I believe, yes. So good job from Delta. El Peewee wins this race for the 2nd time in a row. He wins at Monza, he wins at Portugal. Very good performance from El Peewee in these past few races. Dr. Goober Jr. coming home in a P3 after penalties by 300ths. So, holy cow, RZX Games drops down to P5 after his 6th second. Sniper Hyper staying in P4, not a bad race from him at all. We'll be waiting for these others to cross the line now. And that will be the end of this race. Yeah, just send it to the staff then. Just send it to me. So, good job from El Peewee tonight. He gets another P1 after winning at Monza. He's been having a very good performance so far. This will definitely help him in the driver's standings. Delta coming home P2 after penalties. Goober in P3, although I believe that's going to be looked at due to unnecessary penalty given to Games. Sniper Hyper should still be sitting P4 though after this race. So not a bad performance from the Aston Martin driver tonight. Odin coming home in P8, his fellow Aston Martin driver. So I believe RZX Games and Delta will be looked at. Not Delta, sorry, Goober. As RZX Games might get bumped up to P3 after a unnecessary penalty given. So we will take a look.
Oh, why is this being weird? Sparks, you can do the interview. So I'll just send the clip to Snapchat.
No, I can't do interviews because the audio doesn't work. So
Oh,
I want to because I really want to interview Pee-wee again, but the stupid audio is not working. So I don't know what to do about it. We'll just have to leave it at that tonight.
see you later.
Alright, see ya. So I think that will be it tonight. We're not going to have interviews due to audio issues that I can't seem to fix. It just only seems to happen with me. So I think that will be it tonight. Congrats to LPWE. Delta with coming home with P2 and P3 will be decided later tonight by the stewards. So we will have to see how that goes. Good job to everyone. And good